Hello everyone, I'm Bengaverse.
And I am Mama.
And welcome back to our return to our playthrough of our Doki Doki Literature Club playthrough. Previously, we went ahead and went through the day like any other, even though we just lost one of our team members here. And now we're about ready to read some of our poems that we just made. And something tells me, considering all of the weird imagery that has been happening since this part of the playthrough began, that the poems are going to be not very nice. Feeling that this is going to get even more, like, messed up. So, whose poem should we read first? Natsuki, Yuri, or Monica?
You choose.
I guess we'll go with... Monica kind of weirds me out, and I've been, we hung out at Yuri's house previously, so I guess we'll go with Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Again, we never get to see what our character wrote down.
I guess he looks like you. Oh, am I gonna start with him? Okay, well let's start with things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
no, never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
That probably means she secretly doesn't like it.
She totally loves it.
Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. I think this bitch liked it. You were supposed to show me some stupid poem and make me go, huh, well it's not as great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
I mean, it's not necessarily our fault. That's her opinion.
Yeah, right. It's not our fault. She's a bitch.
So in other words, you're saying that you liked it. Natsuki's retort caught in her throat.
You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. I'm sorry, but I would just tell this bitch to fuck off. Oh, I'm sorry. Beep, 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 beep off.
You're pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, and horses can race. Owls can seek, and cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Well, no wonder she didn't want to show you her stupid, and cars go vroom vroom. I mean, whatever. Yeah. I told you that you weren't going to like it because it sucks.
I like it.
You're lying. What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because it sucks. Everyone in high school thinks that writing is all like sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yeah, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Your poem did not hit me hard. Seeing everyone around you doing great things can be really disheartening. Well, I agree with her on that. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the only nice thing about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Sorry, I just drank a vanilla Coke and I'm burping. I'm so sorry, excuse me. Back to the story. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps to bring out the feeling of the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not.
Oh gosh, she needs to be slapped.
I decided to humor her for that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her.
Do Yuri, and you have to do all the voices. Maybe I can get all the burps out of me.
Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
She looks confused.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay, this is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading it through. Ah, so it's that bad. No, did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri brushes her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on that. I think that most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style more deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiled dreamily and as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Do you need help?
I can't read cursive.
It's okay. This is very difficult because it's written so thinly, so it is hard to see. Ghost under the light. The trindles of my hair. I'm going to try to sound like you. I won't sound like you, but I'll try. The trindles of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last to get replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calms, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back.
The part where it says I bathe calm, it almost looks like I bathe clams.
Oh yeah, right. I bathe clams.
Knowing Yuri and her creepiness, I wouldn't be all that
wouldn't doubt it.
surprised.
Why is this girl always talking about how she's taking a bath? Isn't she always doing something where she's naked in these stories?
I think so. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But you took a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. It would be funny if, like, when, if you were reading it, if you, like, immediately skipped it, like, didn't actually read it, to actually say how you read it super fast.
You didn't really read this, did you, asshole?
I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Banjaro. It's weird hearing myself actually say the name of my character.
Yeah, right.
Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you didn't only glance over it after all. I remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you.
That makes me uncomfortable. Don't count.
Yeah, I'm definitely the last person to be counted on. Especially our character here. Looks like the last one we have to read is Monica, and we'll go ahead and do that in the next episode.
Okie dokie.